There was definitely a lot to unpack here on the third episode of The Faraway Paladin. But before I start really talking about the episode, the one thing I wanted to say is from first episode to second to now third, the Faraway Paladin has continually gotten better. And that's something that I really enjoy seeing. And you don't always see, like, sometimes they start off really high and they can go down and then go back up. And they do like this ebb and flow, right? Of like, not every episode is created equal. But one thing I can legitly say so far is I feel like Faraway Paladin did just enough to be able to like really capture your attention. And since then, the second episode was even better, and the third episode was even better than that because what the second episode did was show you some story and build curiosity, and the third episode finally delivered on that curiosity, but right before the end of it, it built up that curiosity again, and that is really really good directing, I would say, because what the studio has done is, or what the director of the studio has done, is they've essentially used the material that they've been given and kind of created this mystery and this aura of mystery around it, and before the end of each episode they reinvigorate your mystery. So it's like solving a crime, being on the case, and another crime happens as you're solving that case. So it's like you solved one and immediately you move on to the other one. And that is a really cool thing to do. And I hope that they kind of keep that element of curiosity alive throughout the rest. Like, I hope that they keep leaving off on these kind of like semi cliffhanger movements, because that is a really cool kind of like concept to be able to move us forward on. I really enjoy that quite a bit. Now, when talking about the episode, this is the coming of age story of Will specifically. He finally is coming of age. He finally turned 15. So during this, they are, making an event out of it. And Will was finally able to share some brew with, he was able to share a cold drink with our boy Blood. And he throws a couple back with him. He gets a little drunky drunk. And one thing that I had during the episode that it's still a mystery to me, I don't know if we're going to get an answer to it, is Blood grabs his drink, right? He grabs his drink, he pounds it back. Where does it go? Because he's all skeleton. You would assume it enters here and just kind of like falls. Like nothing happened. But instead, he's like, that is good stuff. And I was like, is it really? Can you taste? Did it go through like your spine? Like, where did it go exactly? They didn't answer that. They're just gonna leave that as a mystery, and it'll forever be a mystery. But I laughed at that moment. Now then, Will, he does get drunk, and then what do they end up doing? By Blood's command, they go spy on Mary as she's changing, and he fails. He fails at it. There wasn't the best scene in the anime this episode for sure, just because Mary's like his mom. And she's been like the mom figure raising him since he was a baby. It's like, why would you spy? It's so creepy in a way. Like, there are certain lines that I guess because he is isekai, and he is from another world, married. He doesn't really have any attachment, blood wise. But the same case is like, this person's been raising you for the last 15 years. Like, you view them as your mom. You even said so, towards the middle of the episode. Why would you spy and get off on that? I was just like, that was like that was just unneeded for me. That's the one thing that I will point out. I'm not really a person who gets all up in the weeds about my feels on certain things. It was just one of those things, like, I just didn't think it was necessary. Like, it's if you want to go spy or something like that, like, I guess, but I feel like that one, I don't know, it wasn't necessary. Regardless, though, he wakes up, he becomes a man because he his dragon breathes fire, if you know what I mean. As the rest of the episode moves on, he finally, takes on Blood. He takes him on 101. He's able to best him in a way, but Blood is able to win because he uses his rib cage to catch his sword, and then he bestows on him a brand new sword, which is called the Demon Eater Demon Blade, the Demon Eater Demon Blade, and it's a blade that essentially allows him to build life. So as he is swinging his blade. Right, as he's swinging his blade and the blade is hitting his opponent, it is doing damage and absorbing life back to it. So essentially, when he's out there with this demon blade, he can now use that and constantly get back HP and SP to him, essentially, if you look at it like a video game. So he can kill and be restored at the same time. So let's say he gets cut twice and he cuts, he's gonna get some life force back. And I think that is a very, very OP blade. I was like, yo, that's hella dope. So I think that was a perfect thing to him to be bestowed to him. But little did he know that that blade was once wielded by the king of demons. The person who brought ruin to the world is the person who was the wielder of said blade, which I think that is a crazy gift to give him. He then finally learns, and we learn as viewers, the truth behind what the hell happened here. And a nutshell of it is, demon uprise, demon invasion, demons ruin the world. The king of demons, the king of all demons, was incredibly powerful. Gus, Mary, and Blood were the powerful people to put him away. They failed. They sealed him away instead. And when they sealed him away, they made a bad deal with a very crappy god, because the gods are very they're not holy. They're very into themselves. They're only there for themselves. They're very just like, they're bad, okay? They're bad. So they made a deal with the god. They turned to the undead, and now they're forever guarding this area where the Demon King is sealed. Beyond that, the episode ends with that god coming back, because Blood and Mary made a deal with the god, and we don't know what that deal is, but we can assume that it's something to where they give up their souls for the protection of Will to allow the keep on. But Gus intervenes in that specific moment, thankfully, and that's kind of where we get left off on as last week's. Now, overall episode, like I said, the episodes just kind of keep getting better, and this week was another one that kept getting better. And again, my curiosity is piqued again, why is the god here? What deal did they make? Are they going to kick Will out? Are Blood and Mary going to be okay? Is Gus going to be able to overcome the god? We know that he can. Is Will going to use the new demon blade that he was just given to overcome this undead god? If he does, will that release them? And will they end up staying there anyways to guard the seal? So many different questions as we go into next week's episode. Overall, though, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know all your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. Make sure you guys check out our full reaction of this week's episode right here, and the video below as YouTube says best for you. And we'll see you guys next week to find out what the truth is behind all of this. Peace out, my friends.